Hello and welcome to today's web exclusive launch from Two Red Robins. My name's Hannah and I will be here to take you through this amazing collection. So what do we have for you today? Rose Blossom Cottage, and it is beautiful. It's actually a collection that we had the artwork, Stephanie had sort of squirreled it away, ready for a couple of TV launches, and Diane found this artwork and decided it would make a very nice web launch for Highlight Crafts, and here we are launching it, which is fabulous. So let's just show you what you can be creating with this selection. So here we have a really lovely scenic card design. This one is created by Vicky. Thank you very much, Vicky. And what she's done is she's used the background, she's decoupaged up the elements, and of course she's got a few of the flying little ducks as well. Look at those roses, aren't they spectacular? Now think too, your collections from this year from Two Red Robins, where our beautiful robins have been visiting the cottage gardens. This is going to add into that story for you. You can also create more sort of home decor pieces, something like this in a little frame. And again, this is created by Lou. But I love the way we've got so many florals, an abundance of those beautiful roses just spilling out of the frame there. It's a really lovely, fresh feeling, beautiful colours in those as well. But what about something perhaps where you're looking maybe for a more masculine take on this kind of collection? Here we are. Our beautiful ducks taking flight across this card. Really super simple, using some of the grass and the hedgeline elements at the bottom there to add a little bit of detailing. Choosing that colour tone to match in with your matte layer. Simple plain white background there, and then your die cuts of Doris and Derek, the beautiful ducks there too. So let's have a look at what's included within this collection. We absolutely have Rose Blossom Cottage first and foremost. What I love about this, A, is the size, because this is going to be gorgeous to add in as a topper to your cards, as a central feature image, and then design around. You've got plenty of cut line details as well. So we take a look at the white cut, even things down to the little brickwork and the thatching on the roof. Those lines are there. So if you did want to colour this yourself, you can absolutely do that. But we do have that reflection artwork available for you to download from our website, highlightcrafts.com. In the foreground of your design, perhaps you want a beautiful archway. This is probably where Rose Blossom Cottage gets its name, the beautiful roses over the archway and along the fences. So you could have just the archway there. You could have just the fence, or you could cut this a couple of times and have the fence extending along the other side as well. Decoupage up your cottage, decoupage up all the details here. We can also look to the other die cuts included within that die set. Now these are such useful dies, not just for the cottage, but think about all the other elements where you need a little bit of landscape, a little bit of grass in the foreground, perhaps a hedgerow, perhaps a tree line. These dies will cut into your cardstock. So here I've shown you just cutting into the cardstock to leave a little tuck in. Now what these do perfectly is create a grounding device. If I just show you, you can place things behind the little tuck-ins here, and it instantly grounds a look in your design. And of course, once again, we do have them in the reflection artwork as well. And all you'd need to do if you wanted to use these as a reflection is trim into where they then snip away as well. Furthermore, for Rose Blossom Cottage, what we have done for you is a couple of sceneries as well. So it could be you have just the cottage in the background, the imagery itself, then have all your beautiful roses around, perhaps Doris and Derek the ducks flying in the sky. You could also use this to decoupage onto as well to give you a guide, but it really sets a tone. This could be a card in its own right, but it could also be a topper on a larger size card as well. Now, if you wanted to, you could design your card design on a blank. So this could then have the cottage pot on top, this could have the archway put on top, and of course use those tuck-in designs to ground all your artwork too. Next up, you've seen them in the samples. Just take a look at Wonderfully Wild, our beautiful roses within this collection. I love the fact you've got the different orientations on the flowers themselves and also the size of them. These are great to cut a couple of times and then use as tuck-ins, but having the size difference in the medium and the smaller there means we can build up the bouquet, we can create archways with this, we can create wreaths from this as well. It's a really, really beautiful design. And we do have it available in different colorways as well. So a rich sort of purpley color there as well, lovely bright color. But of course, we also offer it in this lovely white, and these are available for purchase from our website, Highlight Crafts too. Now, we've mentioned them a few times. Here they are, our wonderful ducks. This adds an instant amount of movement to the front of your cards. Having an animal, or a bird in this case, in flight really tells a story about what is happening. These ducks may have just flown off from their pond, they're off to visit another pond. Perhaps they've just been startled and they've all taken flight at the same time. It's these kind of stories we can overlay on our designs and tell our stories on the fronts of our cards or our home decor projects. The detailing on our ducks is fantastic. I love the fact you've got one with their wings up, one with their wings down. So again, you create that extra movement. And of course, having the smaller ducks too not only creates perspective, but it also gives you an option if you wanted to use them in the skyline of your card too. For the dies themselves, here they are. So this is what we were saying, Rose Blossom Cottage in all its glory. You've got the beautiful house, as we said, of brilliant sides, and of course the archway and fence in front as well. But you also then have these ones which will cut into your cardstock to leave you with that grounding, so you can tuck things behind. You can extend them, so you could cut it once, move the die along, cut it again, and you've got a larger and longer area in which you can use as a grounding device. Wonderfully Wild here with your flowers. Your largest flower has that surround die. So if you wanted to make this a topper in its own right, you could absolutely do so, or create something like a little aperture within your cards too. And of course, my favourite from this collection, Doris and Derek, our beautiful ducks here in flight, in motion, again in those two sizes. The smaller two, just to note, are on our Swift. So that means the dies are joined together, which means you're not going to lose these parts. It makes it super easy for lining them up as well. So for Rose Blossom Cottage today, we have the prices all set ready to go. Of course, being a bundle, we are bringing this to you at a special price. If you were to buy each one of these 3 dies individually, the total price would be £36.97. But today, we are of course giving you a special bundle price of £28.98, which is a saving of £7.99, which makes your Wonderfully Wild, if we look at it in a broken down way, your Wonderfully Wild die set for £1 only. And I think that's fantastic. Of course, we do have extra savings for Club Highlight members. If you're not a member of the club yet, do hop on our website and join. It is free to do so. All you need to do is register your details with us, and that gives you an extra discount off this collection. Club Highlight members are paying £26.08, which is a total saving of £10.89. Now, of course, when you get to checkout, you'll see there are payment options as well. We have Clear Pay in 4, so that breaks down for club members at £6.59, I believe, for your Club Highlight design. Sorry, 52, and PayPal Pay in 3, so that would be 3 payments of £8.69. So again, options as we come to checkout if you do want to spread the cost of that payment. So that's a wonderful overview of our Rose Blossom Cottage. Should we take a look at a couple more samples, see what else we can do with this lovely collection? What about something whereby you're really working the perspective of this design? We're layering up, we're looking at all that wonderful detail. Notice how we were saying you can use the hedges, the grasses, the flowers as your little tuck-ins and build your whole scene with this. This one has been designed by Louise. Thank you very much, Louise. And what Louise has done is very cleverly taken the hedgerow die. As we've said, you can line it up, cut it once, cut it again, and created a wonderful movement like little clouds all the way along. So this looks like a little cloud line. It's the same die that's created the hedgerow in the foreground, but used in a different way. Another way of using this die, have it tipped over to the side. Okay, so instead of cutting it straight, have it tipped over to the side and create sort of standing trees for your designs and your tuck-ins. Layer them all up. I'll just tip that so you can see the depth in there and create your perspective on there. That's on construction acetate, so really lovely. Or what about something a little bit different? What about a home decor project? Now this is lovely because you've got that wonderful house. It really lends itself to something like this, something where you can hang your keys. You know, perhaps this is going to sit in your hallway, something like that. Beautiful wreath around the beautiful house there. So again, you could absolutely use this as a card front inspiration, but again, using it as home decor gives you something a little bit different for your designs too. Thank you very much for joining me to look through Rose Blossom Cottage. Don't forget, if you want to see the demonstration, we have that uploaded to our YouTube channel as well. And whilst you're there, why not hit the subscribe and notify button to be informed of each and every time we upload a new video content of education for you too. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.